Hello YouTube. Today I thought I'd give you a little update about my preparations for spring planting. The last couple of days I've been working on this International 350 disc. It's a 10-foot disc with 20-inch blades. I've also got a John Deere 110 disc here. I actually like using this disc a little better, but I haven't used it for a couple of years because it's had a couple of broken blades on it. And 2 years ago, I was going to take the broken blades off of it, and the nut on this front gang here, I heated it and heated the whole thing red hot with my torch, and it still would not budge. It was just pretty much welded to the shaft. So at that time I just put the disc aside and decided to use the John Deere. And last year, of course, I didn't get home from recovering from my hip surgery until the second week of May, and I went right into spring tillage, so I just grabbed the John Deere disc. But this year I've got a little bit of time, and so I got this disc ready to go now. I went on the interwebs and found some good self-locking nuts that were the right size for the shaft. I got a couple of replacement disc blades, and I got these replacements right from Case IH, from the Case IH dealer. I like to think they're a little bit better quality than some of the replacement ones you can get. I'm not sure if that's so or not, but I like to think it. So I took this apart, got the new blades put on there. Also the back gang on that side was a little bit loose, so I got that nut off, put one of my new nuts on there and tightened it all up. So I've got this all up in pretty good shape now. I've got the new blades on. I also had to fabricate a couple of scrapers. I was missing a couple of scrapers off this too, but I fabricated a couple of new scrapers. This thing right now, it's pretty much all ready to rock and roll. I've got it all greased. It's all ready to go, so as soon as we're ready to do some tillage, we can grab this and go. I also did a little bit of finishing up on the International 56 planter. I put a couple of new latches on the fertilizer lids here, so I got that all working. Also, I've got my new fertilizer hoses on here, the fertilizer downspout hoses. I had to do a little bit of fabricating. The original equipment for fertilizer drop tubes for this 56, I did find one place that I can get them, and they're $50 a pop for the hoses and the little wire brackets that go with them. The cast iron castings that the disc openers bolt onto and the fertilizer tubes fasten onto. Where the fertilizer tubes went on, they were rusted off. A couple of these were rusted off, so I did a little bit of fabricating. I took some they're exhaust connectors. They're the things you use to connect one size exhaust pipe to another size. I just went digging through the bin at Farm and Fleet, found myself some that were the right size, and I welded them to these castings. These fertilizer tubes that I've got here, are for a International 800 cyclo planter, and they are $8 a piece as opposed to $50 a piece for the original equipment ones for this 56. So I'm pretty happy with that. This should work. The planter is all greased up and all ready to go. All I need to do is put the corn boxes on it, and it's pretty much ready to rock and roll. But of course, I'm still at least a month away from corn planting here, but it's good to know that we're ready. And other than that, my drag cart, I believe, is pretty much ready to go. My chisel plow is ready to go. I think that's getting to where it could use some new shovels on it, but it's not going to get them this year. The moldboard plow, if I remember right, there's one hydraulic hose I need to replace on that. Otherwise, it's ready. I just put new shares, shins, and land sides on it 2 years ago, so they've probably only got about 40 or 50 acres on them, so they should be good for a few more years yet. Well, let's see, my number 10 McCormick grain drill is in the hay mow up there. It just needs to be greased and the chains oiled, and it's ready to go. So basically, as soon as the weather gets decent, we're going to get out in the fields and have at it, and I'll try and get some video of that when it happens. So until then, have a good day.